Well, as you can see, still no RV. So, gonna go into that this week a little bit and talk about what we've been doing. We were also sent some treats recently from a company called Grub Terra for our Nikki, and we had actually planned on giving them to her on one of our camping trips that we've had to cancel over the past month. So I think we're going to go ahead and crack those open, see if she likes them, and give you our thoughts on the Grub Terra dog treats. So for those of you who don't know what's been going on, maybe are newer to the channel, basically we had our RV slide make a loud popping noise and break and not want to operate on the one side back in January 13th to be exact. And so we've been kind of going back and forth. So far Jayco has approved all the warranty work, which was good because our warranty literally expired like a week after all this happened. We also had some issues with the back stabilizer jacks. We've had a few issues with this RV, honestly, and if you go back and watch some of our old videos, you'll see where I've done some fixing of things myself, like I replaced a motor on the back stabilizer jacks. Apparently, when that motor was put together at the factory, the seal around the motor where it fits together wasn't properly installed. Water got in there and eventually seized up the motor. Rather than deal with warranty back then, I just said, you know, it's going to be cheaper for me just to go on Amazon, buy a replacement motor for 80 bucks and replace it myself, which is what I did. And then it wasn't too long after that, we were camping at Peace River and we were going to hook up and leave, and the back gear would not retract. And I ended up having to use the manual tool to get it to retract. Once I got home, I found out that there was nothing wrong with the motor. I unhooked the motor and I hooked it up, hooked the wires up forward and backward to see if it in fact would retract, and it did. So it's a relay that was built into the node system of the BMP Pro, and so they're replacing that as well. So yeah, there's been a few little things like that. Looking back through our videos, you'll see a fuse on the refrigerator blew. All these things I took care of myself because I just didn't want to have to drive an hour and a half to take it back and have to be without the RV for what I would think would be longer than it should, because service takes forever, as we have found out now, as we've had to make several trips to the dealership. I had to take the RV over there once just to have them do a diagnostic of it to find out what they think was wrong. Well, that was, to me, pretty much a wasted trip. But when this slide motor broke, I just thought, if it had been a typical slide motor that I could have got to easily, I would have just done it myself. But this particular system is kind of like a rail system with the motor and a gearbox that's built into the, not built into the wall, but it's inside the wall of the RV instead of being on top of the slide or, you know, underneath, somewhere easily accessible. So I thought, well, I'm going to take this in for warranty work, and I didn't want to. I knew it was going to be a hassle. I did not know it was going to be as big a hassle as it has been. But yeah, going forward, you know, we'll talk more about this probably next week and everything, but we are in the market to maybe within a year upgrade and move to a motorhome. We've been really wanting to make that switch to a motorhome and be able to flat tow the Bronco and kind of plan for the future of maybe not full timing, but extended trips, you know, where we're gone for maybe a month at a time or something like that, if all goes well. And you know, we'll talk more about that in the future too, but we kind of wanted to start looking now and thinking about what we're going to do with that. And I'm going to tell you right now, when we go, if and when we do go to buy a new RV, I'm going to do some things different this time for sure. One thing we will do is we will hire an independent RV inspector who is licensed through NRVIA, and we will pay the extra money to have them come out, and they will go through it and make sure that everything is as it should be, whether it be a new one or a used one, which we're probably going to go used. But we don't know yet. We're still in that whole planning out stage. And if a dealership won't let us bring in a third party to do an evaluation and inspection, then they will see the backs of us leaving, because we will not buy another one without this. This has been an issue, you know, and I wanted to blame the pandemic, and probably there was a lot of shortages, and there was quality control really was not there, because this RV of ours being built during the height of the pandemic, I think has a lot to do with it. But it seems like over the last few years, looking at comments and reading reviews, that the quality control on the RVs that roll off the lot are out of the manufacturer is just not what they used to be. So that being said, before we take delivery on anything, we're going to have it inspected, and we're going to have everything fixed that they can find wrong with it before we take it off the dealer lot, or if we buy it off of a private individual, before we take delivery, things are going to be fixed. What's been going on with our RV warranty issue, and we still do not have our RV back yet, and it's been about a month and a half that the dealership has had it, but it's been since January 13th, and here we are at May 17th since we've been dealing with this slight issue. So in the meantime, we've been doing a lot of work around the house. We've been doing some renovating. We had some issues with a roof leak that we had last year around this time. Bad storm came through and ended up having leaks in every room of the house. So since we haven't been able to camp, I've been taking care of that. I had to, once we got the new roof on, I had to start removing all the popcorn from the ceilings, because we had leaks in every room of the house. Three spots were really bad. And I have learned how to do my own knockdown texturing. Not an easy job, but that's what we've been doing on our weekends right now, for the most part, is trying to get all this housework done and caught up while we're waiting on the RV. We will be making a full video and a review of basically how the service went, and the warranty service and everything. I'll just give you a little hint right now as to how we feel about it. Not happy, obviously, but I don't think many people are happy when they have to have warranty work done with their RV. But hopefully we have it back within about a week from now, because we have a big trip planned to Florida Keys, and they're telling us that the parts should be in by Monday of next week. This is Wednesday as I'm filming. So if they get the parts in on Monday, Jayco is going to overnight them to the dealership, and then it's up to the dealership to install those parts, and I mean right away. So we'll keep you guys updated on that. But yeah, so we've just been doing a lot of housework. We have some new kitchen cabinets coming this Friday, and we're going to be installing those this weekend with the help of Allie's dad and stepmom, and just trying to get a few things, like I said, done that we need to get kind of caught up on around the house since we can't camp. Kind of feels like we're back in the COVID days where can't camp, so we end up doing, you know, homework, so to speak. All right, so that's where we've been, guys. We haven't like stopped making videos or anything. We just we haven't been able to do anything other than work. So we've been pretty much using every minute we have to try to get this house done and everything before we get the RV back. That way, once we do get the RV back and Allie's out of school, it's back to camping and exploring and checking out new campgrounds. And there's several new places we want to try this summer here in Florida. That's going to be the plan. So, all right, so we opted to get the Moo Munchies, and I believe these are made with beef. They did have several different ones I could have chose from, but Nikki says, enough talking, can you open that up and let me have one? You ready, Nick? Poor Nikki is getting a little hard hearing, and you'll have to pardon the mess in the background. We are still working on the house, so Like I said, we had planned on doing this on a camping trip, but there's not been any camping to be had for the last 2 months. Like, well, apparently she is very interested in what these are. Ooh, these are big. Look at that, Nikki. What do you think? Huh? What do you think? You like it? Do you like it? Huh? Well, and there she goes with it. Come here, Nick. Come here. Here, bring it here. Now, Nikki, poor old girl, is going in 2 weeks from this Friday to get her teeth cleaned. She's got some bad teeth. She's getting old. She's lost a couple teeth. Let's see if she's able to eat these. She appears to like it. She's just, it may be kind of hard on her teeth. She's like, I'm gonna do what I can to try. Yeah, is it good? You like it? Well, I'm gonna say that that is a success because she is gonna work on this, and it may take her a while with her bad teeth. But she appears to very much enjoy it. These are definitely different than what I expected. A lot bigger than what I expected as far as a treat. Well, we'll let her work on that, and I'll give you some final thoughts at the end of the video. Well, after Nikki worked on chewing that treat for a little while, she really seemed to enjoy it. So this is definitely something I think we will order again, especially if it helps with her teeth after they get cleaned and everything. We will leave you guys a link down in the description below. She actually is looking for more. Nikki, it's gone. Sorry, girl, you ate it all. But we'll leave a link down in the description for your little fur baby if you might want to try this for your pup.